Look at this city map. Over 10 years, the population doubles from 1 lakh to 2 lakhs. If you measure this strictly by the numbers, the city has grown. This is growth, or vriddhi. It is quantitative and value neutral. The numbers went up, but notice the new structures. They are crowded slums without sanitation. Development, or vikas, requires a qualitative improvement in these existing conditions. It occurs when positive growth leads to better lives. In this map, the addition of clean water infrastructure and hospitals represents a value-positive change. Until the late 1980s, a country's level of development was measured almost entirely by the size of its economy. That changed with the work of two South Asian economists, Dr. Mahbub ul Haq and Professor Amartya Sen. Their theory shifted the focus to people. They argued that health, education, and access to resources are the tools that build human capabilities. These capabilities expand a person's freedom and choices, which are the requirements for leading a meaningful life. Under this concept, people are central to development. A nation's progress is defined by the expansion of its people's choices and their capability to live a purposeful life. The idea of human development is supported by 4 conceptual foundations, known as the 4 pillars. The first pillar is equity, or samata, ensuring equal access to opportunities regardless of gender, race, or caste. The second is sustainability, or satat poshniyata. This means maintaining a continuity of opportunities so that future generations can benefit from the same resources we use today. The third pillar, productivity, refers to human labor efficiency, which improves as people gain better health and knowledge. The fourth is empowerment, the power to make choices that comes from increasing individual freedom. While the pillars are the foundations of development, governments use different approaches to address the problem. These are analytical lenses, such as the income approach, the welfare approach, or the capability approach. The basic needs approach, for instance, was proposed by the International Labor Organization. It focuses on providing 6 specific essentials: health, education, food, water supply, sanitation, and housing. These approaches are the different methods policymakers use to measure and address human deprivation, while the pillars remain the required structural conditions for development to exist. To measure these goals, the United Nations uses the Human Development Index, or HDI. It ranks countries on a scale from 0 to 1, based on 3 equally weighted dimensions. The first 2 slices are health and education. Health is measured by life expectancy at birth, while education is tracked through adult literacy and gross enrollment ratios. The final slice represents access to resources. This is measured by purchasing power, denoted in US dollars. Consider these 2 examples. Country A has a massive economy, but low literacy and high infant mortality. Country B has a moderate economy, but boasts nearly 100% literacy and very high life expectancy. Which one ranks higher? Country B ranks much closer to 1.0. While resources make up 1/3 of the score, health and education dictate the other 2/3. Mathematically, a country's economic lead is secondary to the actual health and knowledge of its people. To see the full picture, we also use the Human Poverty Index, or HPI. While HDI measures achievements, the HPI measures shortfalls, like the probability of not surviving to age 40, or the lack of access to clean water. Some countries look even further. Bhutan uses gross national happiness as its primary measure of progress, emphasizing spiritual, cultural, and environmental well-being alongside material growth. Globally, countries with very high development, scoring above 0.800, tend to be those that prioritize massive investments in the social sector, such as healthcare and education. Geography shows us that wealth isn't everything. Sri Lanka has a higher HDI rank than India, despite a smaller economy. Within India, Kerala outperforms wealthier states like Gujarat because of its focus on social development. Use this table for your final review. It summarizes the difference between growth and development, the 4 pillars required for progress, and the 3 dimensions used to calculate the HDI. Resources serve their ultimate purpose when they empower every citizen with the freedom to lead a long, healthy, and meaningful life.